Okay, thank you for the kind introduction. Good morning, everyone. It looks like a vibrant crowd today. And while he has already given a quick introduction about me, I'd like to talk very briefly about Freshworks. It's been over 1.5 decades. Freshworks has been contributing towards employee experiences and upliftment of employee experiences for multiple organizations across the world. In 2021, we became the first Indian SaaS company to get listed on NASDAQ. So that was a proud moment for us. With that, today I have a lot of gratitude and with a lot of pride, I want to share with you that Freshworks has in fact been able to earn the trust of more than 100,000 CXOs globally, which has resulted in a customer base of more than 68,000 today, right? Today, while we look at all these statistics, we are not here only to talk about Freshworks, but we'll deep dive into some of the key priorities that are changing the entire landscape for IT leaders like you when you want to make a better experience for your employees using multiple tools within the system. So we'll be talking about certain paradigm shifts that have happened and that we foresee to happen in 2025 for all the IT leaders, for the employee experience, right? In today's rapidly changing digital world, the CIOs have gone beyond IT infrastructure, right? They focus on, and in fact, they shape the employee experience by enhancing the productivity and innovation. With AI-powered automation and intelligent workflows, today CIOs even focus more on enhancing the efficiencies, giving them personalized support, and creating a workplace which has a seamless working environment for all the employees. But guess what? The times are changing so rapidly that today the landscape of workplace technology is evolving in a way that the stakes could never be higher, right? Now, according to the Gartner's latest forecast, the organizations are actually investing unprecedented amounts in digital transformation. So we've been hearing a lot on digital transformation, and we know for a fact that there's huge amount of investments being made in digital transformation. But with that, even if you look at the state of resilience 2025, it reveals that many still struggle with basic operational challenges. Now, these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers tell a story of both opportunity as well as an urgency that IT leaders must address on priority. Now, they're also telling of what employee experience could be in this fundamentally shifting landscape. With that, let's look at the landscape that IT leaders are navigating in 2025. Now, these are not just the statistics, these are actually symptoms of a fundamental shift in how technology drives business value. Now let's break this down. Number one, technical debt. We have been discussing all about this for many years, but this isn't just about old systems. It's about your organization's ability to innovate and compete. Number second, service disruptions, right? Think about it, 86 outages a year. It's like more than one critical incident every single week. Number third is digital revenue. When 40% of the revenue depends on digital experiences, IT isn't just about supporting the business, it becomes the business in itself, right? And for employee experiences, we are looking at a 2.38 trillion. That's the cost. That's the cost that we're paying for not getting this right. So what needs to change, right? The forces that are driving a huge transformational change in 2025. Now, these aren't just technological, right? They're actually fundamentally shifting how organizations operate and compete. Now the AI revolution, I mean, we've all been discussing and talking about AI revolution from last couple of years at least, and it's growing every single day. But the AI revolution isn't just about automation. Now today it's about augmenting human capabilities. A hybrid workplace today isn't temporary shift, but it's actually a permanent reality, right? I mean, all of us are living in a world where we prefer a hybrid work environment. Now, with all of this, the technical debt isn't just accumulating, it's actually compounding, if you look at it that way. And the IT's role with all of this now has evolved from support to being a strategic leader within the organization. Now, how does this impact? How does this impact the organizations as they brace for these mounting expectations in 2025 and beyond? Let's have a look at it. Now, if you have to talk about what's really shaping today's modern workspaces, can we have the sliders back? Okay, while they get it right, what are these forces that are actually transforming how the modern workspaces are shaping up today? I mean, we talk about AI-first employee expectations, and if you really look at it, it's not only about what employees are expecting in terms of AI from the workspace, but it's about how, as humans, we have got so engrossed within AI that at a personal level also, on an every single day basis, we use AI in some or the other form, right? May it be some of the applications that we are using, and then when we go back to our workplace, we start wondering, okay, I mean, why can't my work tools be as smart as they are otherwise, right? Now, complex multi-cloud environments, the complexity within the larger organizations, it's actually compounding. There's so much happening. People are trying to build multiple ecosystems to bridge those gaps. It's actually getting very complex. Unified service. Now, this comes from a fact that we discussed earlier, is about hybrid workspaces, right? Remote employees would also want to have a unified service delivery. Any of the requests that they're raising internally, they need a quick resolution to it today, right? Now, always on business requirements, it can be a 3 a.m. or a 3 p.m. It doesn't matter for the employee. If I've raised a ticket, it needs to get resolved now. That's the kind of priority we are looking at, and that's the kind of expectation every single employee is having with their internal stakeholders and leaders, right? So what happens is that we are becoming, the IT is becoming from a support function, and it's drastically changing to becoming a strategic enabler for business success. Now, the real question is, how ready is your organization to adapt to these changes, right? This is a question that we would want you to think of. I mean, if you really think of it, what would be the biggest challenge for your organization right now amongst all of this? So I'll give you about 5 seconds to just have a look at it, think about it, because in the next slides, we'll be discussing some practical approach to addressing these challenges. When we look at those challenges, and this is what came out as 5 strategic priorities, because if we have to address all of them, then we have to look at it, we'll have to break it down and look at it from a different perspective, right? Now, this is something that is going to define a successful employee experience, which is going to transform how your employees interact with IT as well as the businesses internally. Now, all of these priorities are going to address a critical aspect of modern IT operations while building upon the others to create a comprehensive approach to workforce transformation. Let's look at it one by one. The first one, the biggest one in fact, is the hidden cost of tech debt. Now, I want to ask a question to yourself as to how many separate systems do your employees use currently in your organization? How many different tools are there? right? I'm sure with the conversations you have had with so many of you, today the biggest challenge is that for every single purpose there is a separate tool. So what percentage of your IT is actually getting spent on the legacy systems? All of these contributes to a technical debt. And technical debt, when we talk about it, it actually isn't just an IT problem. It's on a large, it's an invisible barrier which is holding back your entire organization. Now, when we look at it, these are some very common examples that, once we raise a ticket internally, first of all, we don't know for HR where I have to go, for payroll where I have to go, for IT where I have to go. So multiple tools, that's one. But again, email change, let's keep on going on, those loops keep on going in chains, right? Now we have to know that in all of these, we also face an issue of lost tickets. What this results in, it results into frustrated employees and staff. Now, this is just not about cleaning up your systems, it's actually about unleashing your organization's potential. Now, with Forrester's predicting 75% of the tech leaders will face severe technical debt by 2026, the time to act is now. Now, how does, this impact, if we actually work on it, we can turn this priority into a reality, because the kind of impact we'll see in the organization would result in a streamlined service delivery and a scalable support that you can offer to your employees. Now, this can, in fact, get broken down again in two parts, which is consolidating your legacy systems into a single consolidated pane of glass, and then having AI on top of it to power a self-service kind of environment for employees to deflect most of the repetitive tickets which are coming in. And then again, implementing smart workflows for change and incident management. These are some of the steps that can be taken to address this issue. Now again, this is something which has been discussed a lot, because again the AI part comes in. But trust me, today AI is fundamentally transforming the service delivery from a reactive to a proactive model, with service delivery that's moving beyond just chatbots into more automation and conversational collaboration, tool-based incident support. The things that we can, the capabilities of AI that we can bring onto the table are limitless. And how will this how is it actually turning into priority? Because when we look at it, this AI-powered service delivery is actually not just a future consideration, it's actually a present necessity. We are seeing organizations having remarkable results when they've adopted AI into their service delivery. First, AI is fundamentally changing how requests get resolved. We have a lot of customers, and I'll give you an example. One of the customers who's using our AI for service delivery, they come and tell us that almost 60 to 70% of their first L1, the L1 tickets that they used to get, 60 to 70% of them are getting deflected automatically using AI capabilities today, which means more time for your agents to work on the critical tasks that they are actually meant to do, right? Looking at response times, again, it eventually leads down to reducing response time by almost 26%. This is what the data and statistics says. And perhaps the most compelling is TaylorMade's achievement. TaylorMade, what they did is they've deployed this, and they were able to achieve 100% automation of mission critical workflows while cutting resolution times in half. So that's enormous amount of results that we can see by using AI. Now, what it derives into if we actually turn it into reality, how do we do it? It's very simple. There are a lot of things we can keep on talking about AI, but what matters to everyone today is a transformation from manual responses to a 24/7 automated response, because no matter which time zone, no matter which region I am in today, we would need a quick response to all the queries or resolutions that we seek. And consistency really matters because we need to have a consistent delivery of messaging and resolution across all the members, irrespective again of the time zone or the region that they belong to or the teams that they belong to. How it can be achieved? Deploying AI agents for immediate contextual support, AI agents that can understand context and provide immediate and relevant support that again becomes very critical, and implementing intelligent routing that ensures every request gets to the right resolver every single time. That's the consistency that we're talking about. Number third, breaking down the organization walls with ESM. So this is very interesting and close to my heart because with a lot of interactions recently that I've had with larger organizations, while they have been able to take care a lot into the ITSM space, they still struggle majorly with the business side of it. Now, enterprise service management is critical to every growing enterprise. And it is not just about expanding IT practices, it's about creating a unified employee experience across the departments and across the functions. Now, why is it required? Why it has become a priority? Because let's examine why we're breaking down these organization silos. It's not just ideal, but it's becoming a business imperative today. Now, this data tells a compelling story about the future of service delivery, right? Forrester predicts that by 2025, half of all businesses will prioritize self-service as the primary support channel. Now, this is not just about IT anymore because it's about creating a unified service experience across all your teams. Gone are the days wherever you're like going to the IT and just getting everything resolved through them and then waiting for the rest of the businesses to take their own sweet time in resolving the requests that were sent out to those departments. Because today we don't have patience. We need everything now. The resolutions needs to happen on a fast track basis. Now, Databricks, if you look at this data, Databricks has showed us that how does it actually look in practice? If you look at it, 23% reduction in support tickets actually happened through self-service. And this demonstrates how unified service delivery can improve operational efficiency as well, right? And when we extend service management beyond IT to 11 plus business teams, the kind of transformations we can see is huge. Okay. Guys, so the timer is not working here. There is some huge technical glitch. So I didn't have a sense on the time, but I was told we have 5 minutes more. So I'll try and finish it up within that. Now, if we look at priority number 4, this again is very, okay, I think, let's go back. There's some technical error, I guess, because even the slides are not correct. So this one, we will be in the 4th priority, we'll talk about the IT assets, because when we look at it from an IT leader's point of view, today we are talking to so many organizations, and managing the assets within the organization becomes a huge challenge, and that's why it becomes one of the greatest priorities today. And why is that? Because there's so many hidden dependencies with the variety of assets that we have today within the organization. The kind of impact it creates with unexpected outages, that's huge, right? And eventually what it boils down to, whatever we can't, we actually can't manage what we can't see. I like to put it that way, right? So that is why it becomes even more critical for organizations. When critical systems fail or the costs spirals out of control. And that's why this becomes a priority and we need to act on it now. And why do we even look at it? Now let's consider 85% of the CEOs now view digital capabilities as crucial for revenue growth. And in this context, if you look at it, having a clear visibility into all your digital assets isn't optional. It's actually very crucial and very essential for all your business performances. Now, the impact of this visibility also becomes clear in one of our experiences that we have seen from Aramex, right? Now, that 35% reduction in resolution time wasn't just about faster fixes. It was more of understanding and managing the relationship between the asset and services, and that's where a lot of the organizations today struggle. That's where we fail to achieve that kind of a visibility into all the assets and systems that we have within our organization. And if you look at the bottom line of it, 56,000 in operational savings. I mean, that's huge. This shows that modern asset management isn't just a cost center, it's actually an investment that would deliver measurable returns for your organization. So, and why turn this into a reality? Because again, as we said, the kind of impact it will drive is going from a reactive to a more proactive asset lifecycle management and having a complete visibility of what's where within your entire ecosystem in terms of the assets. Now, how do we do it? We do it by implementing automated asset discovery and dependency mapping, creating a unified view of your entire IT estate, and finally using real-time insights, because today what matters is having those insights handy with you at any given point of time when you want to make some strategic decisions, right? That's what we want to utilize or extract out of a platform that you're using. And this is not just about knowing what you have, it's about understanding how do you optimize it as well. So if we move on to the fifth priority, it's again service ops. I mean, we've all faced those challenges all these years, but business resilience isn't optional in 2025. It's actually essential for the survival. Now, why act on it priority? Again, I mean, we have seen and we have discussed in the earlier slides that without having a visibility and complete control of the different systems that we have within IT infra, it can cost us huge money. We have seen with this, there is increase in outages, which is almost $500,000 is the revenue that's being spent, right? And that's the losses we are looking at. We also, in the earlier slides, we discussed about 86 outages in a year, which is almost 1 hour critical incident every single week. So this needs to be fixed. How do we do it? It's consolidating tools and teams on a single platform, having a unified view of the incident management, and you know what? Let AI do the entire heavy lifting. That's what we're using AI for, right? And the best part is, all of this can be achieved with Freshworks. While we have looked all into it in detail about how the entire technology landscape is shifting in service management, all of this is achievable with Freshworks. We have our capable team here at the booth to have discussions with you on your specific use cases. But we would like to highlight that we have probably segregated this into 4 different aspects. One being the IT service management, operations management, asset management, and enterprise service management. And I see that we have gone beyond the time, so I'd like to wrap it up, but we are happy to discuss and interact with all of you, to take any of your queries, and to share more details on how Freshworks can help you achieve those priorities and bring out a transformational shift in your workplace technology landscape, and also uplift the overall employee experience within your IT organization. Thank you.